Hi everyone, welcome back. This is my second video log for Birdie C2 Unit 2. Alright, this week we're going to continue on with the second part of Fake Beauty. Now, in class this week, this project is a lot of fun because it's about the ultimate makeover challenge. Alright, so what are the kids doing? The kids are getting into groups and they're going to be thrown a situation, whether it be a job interview, audition, blind date, etc. And in this challenge, they're given 1 month to improve the person's overall image and or ability. I guess the focus of today's project is to really help the kids realize the steps that are involved in the process of a person's transformation. If you think about it, in Korea, the kids are so accustomed to popular TV shows like K-pop star. In this show, the kids are trying to audition with hopes of one day becoming famous. Well, they flip the channel and what do they see? They see their favorite band or favorite music group, EXO, dancing it off in one of their music videos. But they don't really realize what went on from the audition period to the final output. So I guess my goal for today's project is to really go ahead and work with the kids and help them realize how painful or how painstaking the process actually is. And hopefully this will actually get their heads thinking a little more for a discussion at the end. Alright, let's go ahead and discuss a couple of the components of class. Alright, first of all, step 1, ideate. For this step, why not? Ask the kids to go ahead and open up Chimera on each of their tabs. Take a picture of themselves and then just play around in distorting their face and seeing what changes they can make. Okay, open up Sketchbook and allow them to go ahead or show them how to use the simple functions for Sketchbook. And if you don't know what the functions are, stay tuned. For the end of this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of each of the apps that I'm planning to use this week. Alright, other than that, Materialize, when they're making their scenes, rather than just letting them go, set some expectations. Go over roles, maybe design the different stations for filming a little bit. Bring in newsprint paper and have the kids put it as a backdrop for each of the scenes. Alright, what are some possible issues this week? For one, middle school cancellation period is over. That means I'm going to have a room full of new students that are probably going to be more quiet, a little on the slower side, and certainly more shy when it comes to me having them get up and work in groups for a project. So to get around this, I'm going to have them focus more on the Materialize part of class and less time on the final showcase. I know this is contradictory to what I said last week, but given the situation of my new students, I need to work around it. So instead, for their final showcase, I'm going to have them do a talk show. And I'll arrange the room and get it ready for a talk show, and I will take part as the host. This will allow me to kind of keep the energy alive, keep the momentum flowing, and to get through each of the presentation in a timely manner, and still getting them to actually speak on a more spontaneous level. Alright, other than that, I think taking part in their show will also allow me to open up more time for their final discussion. I really want to do a wrap-up discussion because that way I will allow the kids to actually see through a different perspective what the project was really about. Okay? So what if they had an opportunity to be famous, but in order to be famous they had to cross certain lines? Well, I want to know exactly which lines they would be willing to cross and not willing to cross in the walk to fame. Alright, other than that, stay tuned and I'll go ahead and discuss some apps. Alright, for this week's project we're going to be introducing 4 or 5 new apps. Alright, the first one being Sketchbook, next Flipbook, third S-Note, fourth Chimera, and last but not least the standard Android cam that comes with your tab. Alright, for this tutorial though, I'm going to cover maybe 2 of the apps that might not be so familiar to many of you. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the Sketchbook. I'm going to go ahead and click that open. Alright, the screen that pops up is going to be your empty canvas that you're going to be working from. To get rid of this annoying advertisement, we're just going to simply click back arrow. Alright, the first order of business here, we're going to import the student's face. For this tutorial, I've actually preset some face pictures already in my gallery. To do that, let's go ahead and click the layers icon on the top panel on the far right side. I'm going to click that open. In the new panel that appears, let's click the flower icon next to the plus symbol at the bottom, and then click Import Photo. Okay, now I'm going to figure out where to get my image from, in this case my gallery, and I'm going to click on the preset faces that I prepared beforehand and click David Beckham. Okay, now to get rid of this panel that's sitting on top of our canvas, we're going to click that icon one more time, and I'm going to stretch the face a little bigger by placing 2 fingers on the screen and just stretching it apart. Okay, now if I was a doctor in the skit, I would simply go ahead and click brush and select the red color. You can change the radius and the opacity all you want, and when I'm done with that, click the brush one more time and I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, so if I was a doctor, I might suggest, well, obviously we can go ahead and chisel down the cheeks a little bit and give you that V-line structure. Okay, next, what I intend to do is take your eyes and widen it just a bit and just raise it up a fraction of a centimeter, and this will give you the fuller eyes. And on top of that, let's go ahead and give you a double eyelid. Alright, you can see probably the kids would be a lot more artistic than I am. Alright, the other app that I want to cover with you guys is the S-Note. Let me go ahead and pull that open real quick. Remember, the kids don't need to film the scenes. They can provide a storybook instead during their showcase. Alright, now to get started on the storybook, I'm simply going to go ahead and create note on the top right corner, and let's go ahead and choose a template. If I scroll down, I like this one down here called landscape note. I'm going to pull that open, and there you go. My canvas is all ready to start. Now the first order of business here that I personally do is click on the pen type. So I'm going to open that up and you'll see the different pen options. Now it's kind of a hassle going through each of these options whenever you want to change your pen. So let's go ahead and preset some. I've already preset 4 on the right side. Okay, to add to this preset toolbox, I'm simply going to select the pen that I want. Let's say I want a highlighter added to our collection. So I'm going to click highlighter. Okay, choose the thickness. Let's say I want it really thick, and select the color. And then when I'm done, go ahead and push the plus symbol right here, add preset. And there you go. Now it's been added to my toolbox. Alright, when I'm done here, I'm going to click out of here. And to simply change between the pens, I'm simply going to go ahead and hover the pen above the canvas and then click the button on the side, and you'll see that the pen has changed. Now to a pencil, now to a pen, paintbrush, other paintbrush, and then eraser. Okay, that makes it easy for the kids to work through their pages without having to waste too much time there. The other thing that you should know is how to add images. Okay, down here I'm going to click Insert Object on the far left hand corner. Click that and click Clipboard. For this tutorial, I went ahead and saved a cropped out image of David Beckham that we worked on earlier through Sketchbook. So I'm going to click his face and it's going to add it to my canvas. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm going to close this box out. And now you can do multitude of things with this image. Alright, let me get rid of this eraser. Now I'm simply going to, you can go ahead and draw over his eyes. You can write on the side. You can do pretty much whatever you want with this image. You can move it around. So let's go ahead and write something on our page. So we can go ahead say, okay, fake beauty. That was the topic of today's lesson. Fake beauty. Alright, we're done with page 1. It's a work of art, right? Let's go ahead and add a second page. Down here, you'll see the add page function. Go ahead and click on that, and there's our page 2. Alright, so I'm just going to write something brief on our page 2. So I'm going to say page 2. Okay, we're done with page 2. Page 3. Okay, I'm just going to add a circle. Alright, now when we're done, simply click Save on the top right hand corner, and let's go ahead and give it a new name. I'm just going to say Birdie Book. Okay, click OK, and it's saved to my folder. Now, when I need to access it during the showcase, I can simply go ahead and click on it, and it's ready to go. Simply go ahead and bring it to page 1. Now when the kids are presenting, they can tell the story and walk us through the pages of their book.